Hello beautifuls, my name is Quavia. I'm the creator of JuJu Thyme. I'm an oracle and a mystic, and in this reading we're going to be connecting with spirit so that way we can see what is coming for today or the tomorrows, but also some practical messages of what it is that we can be doing to help prepare us, align us to our best and highest good towards joy, love, peace, and abundance. As this is a collective reading, lean into your spiritual ear so that way you can hear the spirit, so you can hear the message that your spirits brought you here to listen for. All right. So I've already threw the bones and everything just to see what will come up. And I sat and channeled and I meditated on a few messages that I saw, but also I felt needed to be said a bit. So we're just gonna get straight into it, get started, so that way I can let you go be great. All right. So first and foremost, there are two messages that were that I was seeing. So the first message is in regards to your rituals, in regards to your structure. A lot of revelation comes through consistency, and there seems to be a problem with consistency. There's a problem of showing up for yourself, of being there for yourself. And this lack of consistency is showing up in your rituals, in the sense of your rituals towards your ancestors, which in turn is also connected to your rituals with yourself, you know, because you are your ancestors. You can't run from that, right? So there's things of you not doing certain things that you know you should be doing. So this can be as simple as, like, for example, if you know you should be eating more fruit, for example, but you're not eating, you know, more fruit. Knowing that you should stay in for the night, instead of going out to eat, but then you just give in and just do it, right? So it's like these little ritual things that you do to take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, that in itself it's not very consistent, which means you're also not very consistent with your ancestors at this moment. So work on your structure, with yourself first, right? Get something going, even if it's something small, as in, like, it could be something small as once a week I'm going to meditate, or once a week I'll just journal 1 page and that's it, right? It's something even as simple as that, is you showing, it's you giving yourself that space and that chance to just show up for you, okay? And that in itself, as you start getting that ball rolling, more and more of showing up for yourself, of saying that when you say that you're going to do something for you, you actually follow through and you do it for you. There's revelations in that. There's revelations that are to come when you commit yourself to those consistencies. Right? This is also including your ancestor altar, your ancestor work that you could be doing in terms of establishing a connection, a deeper connection to them, and a deeper connection. I also heard gifts as well, so a deeper connection to the gifts that you inherited, right? Or even just some understandings or some, like, revelations they can help you with, in terms of, like, they see where you are, and they understand it. And by them being closer to you, it's a way of them being able to at least reveal to you what it is that you are needing to be, you know, what you need to be, you know, exposed and revealed of, you know. So there's something going on with structure that's just not lining up. It's just not lining up. But there's also there's some challenges, some blockages in regards to your view of abundance. Transformation in abundance is here now. That's what I wrote. Transformation in abundance is here right now. It's present. But the blockage, it's like I'm not able to see it. It's covered. It's covered. It's hidden. I'm just not able to see it. I'm not able to feel it. I'm not able to sense it right now. And it seems to be this cycle. There seems to be a cycle that you seem to be going around. Like you're going around in circles, it seems like. And perhaps this is why you're not really being able to see that abundance, that the transformation in abundance is already here now. So because you keep going around in this cycle, it feels like it's like something keeps happening again and again, or some mental state or some emotional state is happening again and again. And as I said, it's just it's giving a bit of blockages of what is actually right there in front of you. We're going to get some inner work and outer work, of course, as usual, just so that way we can better prepare ourselves for the receivings of joy, love, peace, and abundance. You know, what we can be practically doing right now as we are heading towards that. Okay, so inner work. Inner work, yes, okay. Inner work. All right, for that inner work, the word for that inner work is burden. So we're needing to relieve some of this burden. It's the 10 of clubs, by the way. It's the 10 of clubs. So if you have a tarot deck, you can sort of see within your own deck, you know, like how is this image showing up in my life, in my inner life. The message that is moving through me to speak on is the message of this relieving of a burden, right? It's like feeling like, it's feeling a heavy, there's this heavy weight. It's almost, okay, I just saw the image of like an anchor going down in the water, right? So it's like feeling very much anchored, but in a way of keeping, if it's like feeling like you can't go anywhere. It's like feeling like you're keeping still. But even to that message, there, oh my goodness. There's also a message here in regards to, is to realize that just maybe that stillness is less of a burden. Well, I'm not going to speak on what you should be feeling or XYZ, of course not, but just maybe that stillness is a blessing, right? That stillness is a blessing. That yes, okay, we're going around in circles and that can be very, very annoying, of course, but perhaps Spirit is wanting you to see something. You just haven't seen it yet. Like it hasn't caught your eye yet. You haven't realized it. That revelation hasn't come yet, for example, right? Which will then give you the energy that you need to then break away from this anchor and, you know, just allow it to just be as it is, so that way you can continue on. But there is something here in regards to, you know, needing to notice something, and also notice it, but also like relieve yourself of it, right? Just to relieve yourself of it, right? See, because even if like what I'm seeing, right, for example, there's that one movie on Netflix that I just watched, and I think it's called True Spirit. I think it's called True Spirit. It's based on a true story of this woman. Well, she was a young girl at the time. Now she's a woman. She was a young girl at the time, and she was like one of the first people to like travel around the world. I think she's like 15, 16. But there's this one part in the movie that I'm seeing, and it's like I'm seeing myself in that as well. There was one part in the movie where she was sailing, so there was no like motor or anything, and she was going strictly off of the wind, but the wind stopped moving, and she was like in the same spot for like, I don't know, watch the movie, but it's like she was in the same spot for like, I think 2 weeks or something, like not moving, and she was just going star craving mad, like she, like, you know, depressive, just angry, and she pulled away from everybody. Like, okay, anyway, I don't want to give you, I don't want to give away the movie. It's actually a good one. It's very, very inspiring. But any which way, it's on Netflix if you have it in your region. I think it's called True Spirit. But anyway, but that's what I'm seeing for you, right? So even if, like, you know, okay, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't talking about just that part in the movie, which we already discussed about, but this is one part where, so we're seeing all of this, right? We're seeing her go through this, but the way that it was shot, it was so beautiful, right? It was so beautiful, like the sunrises and the sunsets and just the water, the stillness, the quiet. It was so beautiful. So the way they even like shot it, it was, well, at least for me, you know, though I was, you know, seeing this individual go through everything she was going through in that moment, I was also in awe of like, wow, look at that stillness. Wow, look at that blue water. Oh, the sky is so gorgeous, right? But at the moment, she was not focused on that. She was trying to get to sailing. She was trying to get home. She's isolated, you know, she's having, I think she was like for 6 months or something, sailing around the world by herself. Anyway, so that is what we're needing to be like relieved of, right? So perhaps it's not an anchor that you're feeling. Perhaps it's just like the stillness. Maybe the wind feels like it stopped moving within you, and you're just waiting for that next rush, that next wind. Appreciate this stillness. That stillness is preparing you for what's to come, okay? For the outer work, it's the 3 of diamonds, but it's 3 of diamonds in reversed. Okay, so in case the 3 of diamonds, that'd be the pentacles, the 3 of pentacles, sorry, the 3 of pentacles, and the other one, the 10 of clubs, would be the 10 of wands. The 10 of wands, I believe. I really need to make sure, yeah, be the 10 of wands upright, and then it'll be the 3 of pentacles in reverse. Okay, there you go. Okay, so with the message for the outer work is talking about being very aware of being very aware of the advice of those that still haven't quite mastered it themselves, right? It's like, for example, now first of all, we can learn our lessons from anywhere, okay? So even if we were to hear the advice of a homeless person about finances, perhaps you learn what not to do, whatever that is, right? We can learn from anywhere, but this is about individuals dictating how you should do something when they themselves have not really gone through it themselves, at least to your knowledge, right? It's about being very aware of the limitations, perhaps of the information that you're getting, right? Of what you're seeing online, or even as you're watching me, just being very much connected to your discernment, being very much connected to your spirits. I always say, to lean, it's to lean into your spiritual ear, so you can hear the messages that are for you, right? It works on your discernment. So for that outer work. If you're being given something, right, don't just accept it just because it's, you know, you should be grateful, you know. Of course, be thankful, you know, it's blessings, right? But at the same time, sit with that within yourself and really truly feel if it's truly for you, right? If it feels good, if your spirit says, okay, yeah, there's something here for me, right? It's work on that discernment, okay? Practice it, actively practice that. Because once again, this is very important, because once that wind starts moving, once that anchor is cut and that wind starts to pick up, you're gonna need it as you're continuing along your, you know, your path. It's very, very important, of course, in all aspects of your life, all aspects. We'll get one more message. One more message. Oh, okay. Man, your dreams need a practical plan. I feel like I feel like this came up in the last message that I placed, that I did, I believe, yeah, last week. I feel like this was the same message. Your dreams need a practical plan. This stillness is a blessing. This is giving you the space that you need to really plan, to really be with yourself. And also work on what, you know, your worth, you know, what makes you feel worthy. You know, it's not these outside influences. It's not what's around you. It's not about what you have or what's given to you. It's finding that worthiness within yourself, right? Finding that abundance within yourself. Yeah, there's something about worth, or feeling like a lack of worth, perhaps, if that's how you're feeling. But it's like something about worthiness. But I'm seeing everything is black around me, right? And so it's like it has nothing to do with any sort of outside individuals or what you have or what you don't have. It's nothing to do with that. It's totally everything that is coming from within you. So yeah, your dreams need a practical plan. Your dreams need a practical plan. You are in a state of abundance. You are in a state of abundance. You know, there is that transformation that is there. So I hope that this gave a bit more confirmation, a bit more guidance of what you can be practically doing as you go along your journey in your path towards love, joy, peace, and abundance, right? Feeling and knowing. It's not even believing that you're worthy. No, it's no belief. It's knowing that you're worthy, right? It's knowing that you're worthy of the stillness, of this rest. And that just maybe there's something that you haven't quite seen just yet. And you can be you can still be quite surprised, right? So I hope that this gave you a lot more confirmation of your journey. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next one, beautifuls. Truth and love.